We are diving into the topic that is making headlines across the continent and beyond: the installation of the largest single train refinery in the world in Nigeria and its impact on the Naira. Stay tuned to see how this massive project could reshape the future economy of Nigeria and influence the value of its currency. Hi, if you're watching this channel for the first time, my name is Luis, and you are watching Africa Today. Here we talk about business, entrepreneurship, investments, and anything that can bring you money. Today we are exploring how the Naira, Nigeria's currency, could be affected by this large refinery that has been built in its economic capital, Lagos. But first, let's understand why this refinery is such a big deal and how it might mirror the rise of the US dollar through the petrodollar system. Nigeria is one of the world's biggest oil producers, with oil being one of its major exports. But despite this abundance, Nigeria has faced challenges due to lack of refining capacity, leading to a reliance on imported refined products. Now, this is very common with all other African countries. Now, what most African countries do is that they actually ship out crude oil at very cheap prices to other countries out of Africa who buy and refine them and send them back to Africa at very high prices. Now, in the case of the Naira, this has often strained the Naira, causing fluctuations and economic instability. The new refinery is built by Dangote Industries and has set the record to be the largest single train refinery in the world. It has the capacity to process 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day. But what does this mean to the Naira? Firstly, with increased local production, Nigeria can reduce its dependency on imported refined products. This reduction in imports can help stabilize the Naira. It can reduce the pressure on the Naira by decreasing the demand for foreign currency. Moreover, exporting refined products is going to help bring in foreign currency, potentially strengthening the Naira. After this announcement of the biggest refinery in the world being placed in Lagos, Nigeria, I asked myself, imagine if Nigeria becomes the major supplier of oil to all African countries. But I answered the question in my head that it's going to make economic sense because that's what most African countries are going to do. Most African countries have been, over the years, decades, shipping their oil to tens of thousands of miles away for refining. And so it's going to make more economic sense for these countries to ship to Nigeria. And we also need to understand that Africa has been looking for a common currency for a very long time. Maybe this is an opportunity. So if Africa actually finally gets a common currency and this common currency is agreed upon that it's going to be the legal tender through which oil is going to be exchanged, a lot of things are going to change in the dynamics of the world as we know it. That's for sure. To better understand the potential impact on the Naira, let's take a look at a similar historical event: the rise of the US dollar through the petrodollar system. Over 75 years ago, the US government and the Saudi government signed a treaty agreeing that all oil products from Saudi Arabia would be sold exclusively in US dollars. This agreement in itself significantly strengthens the US dollar by ensuring a global constant demand for it. The petrodollar system not only boosted the US dollar, but also solidified its position as the world's primary reserve currency. This strategic move by the United States created an anecdote often told in economic circles about how a simple agreement changed the trajectory of a currency. Saudi Arabia makes up about 15% of the world's total oil reserve, and Africa makes up about 12% of the world's total reserve. Now, this statistics is from 2021, and since 2021 many other oil reserves have been discovered in Africa. We're talking about oil reserves in Cote d'Ivoire, oil reserves in Namibia, Gabon, Angola, and Ghana. So Africa must have already passed 12%. If the Saudi Arabian contract that is based on 15% of the world's reserve led to the stability of the US dollar and the strength of the US dollar, then imagine now, what if Nigeria decided to sell refined oil only in Naira, which, as we understand, is already above 12%. Now, this is going to make the Naira be very, very strong. And for context, Saudi Arabia ended its 75-year contract with the US about a week ago. So basically, right now, as we speak, no currency is tied to oil. So the big question is, What will happen if Nigeria decides to tile its oil exports to African countries with the Naira? We should also remember that all African countries have more economic sense exporting their oil to Nigeria for refining rather than exporting it to Europe, because of course the distance is far. Secondly, Africa has the free African trade zone, meaning there will be no custom duties across the line. So in economic sense, most African countries will export their oil to this huge refinery that has just been constructed. And the big sight now is, if Nigeria actually decides to receive any payment only with the Naira, then we are going to find a very big shift from what we know today. In any case, while the context might be a little bit different, underlying principles are the same, creating a strong demand of a currency through strategic economic policies. For the Naira, increased regional trade in refined oil would elevate its status and stability, much like the US dollar's rise through the petrodollar agreement. It is fair to say that the impact of the refinery on the Naira is going to depend on how effectively the Nigerian government will manage these new streams of income and ensure that the benefits are widely distributed. So while there are immediate positive effects, long-term investments on different sectors of the economy is going to be necessary to keep the economy moving and stable. So we can clearly see this in Saudi Arabia, where an oil-rich country like Saudi Arabia has actually diversified its economy to involve many sectors. We have the tourism sector, the tech sector, the real estate sector. In fact, the Saudis are investing in every other sector. So Nigeria's economy would very much depend on what the administrators decide to do with the new money, the new streams of income that are coming in. How are they going to invest that money, and how are they going to manage the new streams? So the economy must be diversified for long-lasting results. The new oil refinery in Nigeria holds significant promise for Nigeria and the Naira. Increased local production, reduced import dependency, job creation, and economic growth are all factors that could positively influence the value of the Naira currency. And just as the petrodollar strengthened the US dollar, a similar strategy could enhance the Naira's standing in Africa. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't liked this video, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit the like button. After all, it's not going to affect you. It doesn't cost a dime. It's free. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and also share this video with family and friends so that more people watch. Goal getters, I also want to inform you that we have made a step-by-step guide on how to export foodstuff from Nigeria to the UK. We'll be doing so with every other African country, but we did it first with Nigeria because we have so many Nigerian subscribers. So if you are in a particular country and you want us to do this video for your country, just comment your country name in the comment section and we are going to do that for you. Thanks. See you in my next video. Ciao.
Gonna let you turn and walk away.